Hi, I'm Captain Devin Zanni. I am a Beta Z. This is my third ship, USS Haida. I also play as a backup character, Lieutenant Richard Larkin. For those who don't know, he is descendant of the Larkin. If you know, you know.
Hey, my name's Leah. I play Variety Yesika, the second in command and chief security officer. I also play Sarah Morales, the pilot.
Oh yeah, chief. I heard chief, and then my brain went engineer. I'm Stefan. I play Lieutenant Sofek, who is the chief science officer on the Haida. He is a Vulcan consistently trying to navigate the illogical choices that the rest of his crew makes. And as a backup character, I play Galak, who is a Tellarite engineer who is usually gets the jobs dumped on him by our chief engineer.
Hey, I'm Gopal. I play Gurkhan. He is the Klingon chief engineer who believes he's already earned Stovacor and he's just waiting for it. Also play Luther Cadeau. He is our head chief brig officer, who is also a former pararescue. When we had to arrest, what's his name? Our former liaison officer.
Hey, I'm Dr. Doug Ross. I'm a doctor. I don't know if I completely understand that I'm head of medical. I just know that I'm in medical, to the chagrin of a lot of my nurses, I think. And then my secondary character is Lieutenant Herb, who I think is also a science officer, and he's what are they called? It's escaping me right now. The three-legged, three-armed ones. Oh, what are they called? Adosians?
They are now.
Yes, Captain's log. What does God need with a starship? The Starfleet and the Federation has taken a bit of a blow over the past few years. The Dominion War is finally considered over. I hope that to be true. It's hard to be so far away and not able to do much to help. But we have our own problems here. It's been a few months since the failed coup that the Haida and the USS Gambit uncovered and prevented. There was a wave of good feelings when we got the news that Project Pathfinder had made more permanent contact with the USS Voyager in the Delta Quadrant. From what I can tell, contact is still sporadic, but it's nice to have some good news throughout the Federation. Narendra Station is finally getting back to some semblance of normalcy. The Klingons have returned, and General Kargan has officially resumed his role as co-commander of the station with Admiral Shreve. They've been called to a briefing. It's doing so well. They've called a briefing of myself and senior staff. The fact that the other captains and staff assigned to the Expanse are here to suggest something big. I suspect it has something to do with the ancient artifacts and civilizations we have been finding and uncovering over the past year.
Yeah, everything.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's not a Tim stream unless Tim F's up the audio at least once every single time. It just happens all the time. I thought, why not? Let's get ready for it. No. Being ready doesn't matter. Still going to mess up the audio. So, Cap, you did your captain's log. Thank you very much. We're going to continue on from there. I'm not going to cut scenes at this point. We're just going to stay right on this one from now on. So Captain Taliaferro is the chief science officer of the Narendra Station, and she's called together all the different scientists and commanding staff of the different ships that are in the Expanse. She walks in and she points out that there's a massive screen, the one on the image that I showed earlier. There's a massive screen that's got live feeds from some different systems, deep space probe telemetry, and some static images of the different artifacts and ruins that you guys have seen throughout your travels in the last few years in the Expanse. The ancient machinery, she says, found in the cavern that you actually found in Oregon 3. That's when you had to make the decision as to whether or not to help the people or let them perish due to the Prime Directive. Produced electromagnetic fields similar to those found on other planets and locations within the Expanse in recent months. So it's just kind of things are starting to turn on. So some of these ruins that have been dead, that ruins are turning themselves on, or coming to life, kind of like the one you found when you were searching for the Susquehanna. Lieutenant Sofek brought this to my attention, and Lieutenant, you've been helping me along with the research. So if you wouldn't mind taking over.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. As the doctor stated, the ancient tech that we have found on Oregon 3 is sufficiently similar to the technology that we found 5 years ago when we were searching for the runabout Susquehanna, and again 4 years after our ship was trapped between two planets in a tug of war via some form of tractor beam. And multiple more times throughout our tours in the Expanse, Dr. Taliaferro and her staff are confident that these are all products of a single alien species.
Within the last week, we've got deep space probes entered Candidate 3 system, that's what we're calling it, detected something unusual. Three Class M planets in close proximity to one another, in addition to 4 other planets of variable uninhabitable classes. 2 of the Class M planets, based on preliminary atmospheric scans and surface samples, clearly did not originate in the Candidate 3 system. We don't even have a theory on how a planet could be moved to another system, let alone the sheer kind of we're trying to refute the proof that we've seen. Lieutenant?
The third Class M planet is also quite curious in that it is truly massive for a Class M. It comes in at almost twice the size of Earth and is completely covered in ancient ruins of stone and metals, both in unknown exotic composition and known metal composition. Initial scans of the planet's surface are scattershot due to the significant levels of tetryon particles and electromagnetic disturbances wreathing the planet. We can determine that the ruins match those found on other worlds.
I think a detailed survey of the Candidate 3 system is warranted. And you can, as she says that, you can see both Admiral Shrev and General Kargan kind of give one of those uncomfortable kind of no, Captain, you can actually see on the map. You guys have been to this area. You've been to some of these places. You know their proximity to the neutral zone, and you all have experienced multiple dealings with Romulans in the past where they're not exactly that willing to join up with you, especially the ones that seem to be starting their own little thing in the Expanse, right? Like you've kind of stumbled upon a couple like possible mini civil, I don't know, disturbance, if you want to call it, within the Romulan Empire.
Well, that's pretty normal for them, but it's just a nice place for them to set up shop.
Yeah. So you kind of, Shrev kind of pipes up as you kind of like get that, you get the look. He's like, yeah, it's too close to the neutral zone. It's just such a bad idea to send ships out there. And I don't know. What do you think, Captain? He kind of looks at you, Sam.
Well, you are correct that it is close to the neutral zone, and we have run across a couple of, let's say, less than admiring Romulans operating throughout that sector. But this is fairly compelling. There's a fairly compelling moment to figure out how to move a planet from one system to another, as well as, this might give us an idea of where those raiders were operating from and why they're now stealing technology. So my crew is more than willing to explore this area if need be.
Taliaferro kind of jumps up as soon as you say that. She's like, that'd be great. I think that, and she she just ignores the admiral and the general, like just kind of like not even, doesn't even give eye contact. Yeah. You said yes, and you're just kind of like, and she's like, that'd be great. I'm certain that one civilization is responsible for creating the different tech. I think that they roamed the Expanse. And if that's true, they're some of the earliest forms of civilization we found in the galaxy, let alone in our quadrants. We can't just walk away. Besides, there's so many ruins and artifacts to just see, and she just kind of gets more and more excited, and not like agitated. She's just like really animated and excited.
Wants to go. I gave her sort of one of these, just Admiral.
So
explore.
before you do this,
okay.
He kind of like holds up his hand and he's like, "How about we take a brief recess?" Because he sees you're about to suggest something, and he's like, "I don't want this to be a public debate," and smacks things down into smaller groups, so everything goes on pause.
Good line. See?
Yeah, no, but he kind of like he calls you over. So now you and he and can chat about it.
Well, publicly, I was going to say to explore new life and new civilizations.
To boldly
Private,
go.
To boldly go.
His ass.
You gotta say it with a bit more of a Russian accent.
It's just.
Am I here? Like, I'm just bored.
Sure.
You're in the background.
Somewhere.
To that, I say, know when to kiss ass to get what you want. Privately, I would say, we have noticed a lot of Romulan beefs going on there, and it's always a good idea to know what's going on their side of the border.
So, you want us to go into the Romulan neutral zone?
Of course not, but if this is on the edge of it,
the doctor walks by with like tapas. Yeah, that sounds great. Why not?
just back behind.
Am I here? Or
Yeah, no, the whole team is here.
All right. I guess I'll just pipe up because if we get this technology that allows us to move planets throughout the galaxy, the number of lives we would be able to save without ever harming the Prime Directive, I think it would be worth.
Almost as important, not letting the Romulans have the ability to move planets is probably a great idea.
Yes.
Moving
we
Earth
would
into
use
the
it
sun
to
would be
save
a horrible
lives.
idea.
They would use it for tactical advantage, I'm sure.
Um,
Also, the ability to create more M-class planets would be helpful for colonization.
Sir, there are Romulan warbirds decloaking on live feeds. And
you all kind of
Fucking
turn
camera.
onto the screen. I love that you-
They're also disrupting communications.
no.
Wasn't there a point where Yezikov was kidnapped by interdimensional aliens? I think they're taking her back.
Yeah.
Do you
She's
know,
stuck in the transport buffer.
I love that this is like the first one back, and of course this is all
The ship of scuff.
Anyway, yeah. Romulan warbirds decloaking, sir.
And in fact there are Romulan warbirds decloaking.
Amazingly, the security officer's not making it up.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. So you see the looming shadowy form of a Romulan Derdex class warbird decloaking, firing several bright green disruptor
Shields?
blasts towards the view screen.
We're on the.
You're on the station. This is
We're on the
remote
station, so
probes. Remote probes.
paying
These are
attention.
live feeds from the remote probes in the
Okay.
systems that you were talking about.
Gotcha.
So they're
Oh,
blowing up the
so-
probes.
They're
That's-
blowing
not
up the
TiVo?
probes in the system that
That's
we
right.
sent them to.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that question. I suppose.
Telemetry
Admiral would-
scrolls of feeds from several of the probes, abruptly wink out one after the other, leaving blank screens.
Khan shakes his fist. Evan!
Admiral, request
pat him
permission
on
to
the
take the
shoulder.
Haida
We'll
on a
get him.
scouting mission immediately. Maybe with some backup.
Admiral Sharp kind of looks at you. I guess you're going on a field trip.
Yeah, my favorite kind, Yezikov. Finally, get the guns ready, just in case.
Sure.
General Kargan kind of gives
They're always ready.
Gurkhan like a look of like good training, well done.
Gurkhan's like eating his Targ pierogi.
Targ Pro. Hey, what? So I have been meaning to ask. So Gurkhan is dead in the Klingon Empire. Like he's meant to be
In
dead.
quotation marks, yes.
So is it like everyone just pretends he's not you? Like how does like General Kargan deal with you? Because like you should be dead, and he would know
Grudgingly?
that. Yeah, yeah.
He knows it, so I'm not reported on any official communications. But
Yeah,
when there's blood wine to
it's
be
just
shared,
like Chief Engineer Haida.
yeah.
It's like a tiff between high school girls. Like, do you hear anything? I don't hear anybody talking.
Yeah.
Captain, tell the general that I said.
I can't hear him.
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
Yeah. According to official briefings, they just spoke to very talented and very capable chief engineer of the Haida.
Extra hairy. Engineer
Instead of
human.
Gurkhan, I call him Gonkur.
Gunkur, yeah, you're totally gonna
Gunkur.
forget that.
Gunkur. He's not Klingon, he's Klingon.
Okay, so you're able to like they're just like, yes, we're just gonna get you to the ship. Ship does like the kind of cool warp out. I had a whole bunch of cutscenes ready, and I'm not touching a damn thing because I don't trust myself anymore. So we're just gonna go in with this. Your ship warps out of space from the Narendra Station, and we're gonna go to our intro, which does work, and we'll be right back.
Sofek, didn't last time we counted these entities, we used some probes to sort of map a path through them, or at least the best path that was still difficult, but wouldn't kill us?
We did, Captain. However, if I recall correctly, it was a time-consuming process. I might be able to extrapolate a map using the sensors and forego the use of probes using data that we have from that mission.
Yeah, sure. You can do it. You can even use the data that came from the probes. Is there GM sound now? My mic is just like, I'm not enjoying this tonight. I'm so sorry, everybody.
We can hear you clearly.
Yeah, the audience couldn't though, so hopefully they can now.
Yeah, it's live on the stream.
Okay.
I got you on the stream. Yeah.
So, can I get a reason in science, and the ship can support with computers in science?
Two successes.
Nice.
0 from the chip.
Okay. 2 is enough, and that's going to give you enough of kind of like you're going to be able to.
My cat didn't jump on my painting table. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so that's going to give you a benefit to, like, once you get into the system, you'll be able to, like, maybe figure out where this is coming from. Like, that's going to help you kind of focus in. Not sure about steering yet, because you can. The problem is you're able to tell that they're moving. Like,
Gurkhan's gonna point out. Last time we saw this system, Captain, there was a Desertex on patrol. So we not put our shields up.
Once we drop out of warp, yes, immediately. Jessica, that goes without saying, I believe. More power, Gurkhan, more power.
Okay, so
I
we're gonna.
told you not to excite the kid.
We're gonna.
I had 5 Raktaginos to get out of bed for that early meeting. Just give me a minute.
We're gonna break out of warp. It does the kind of like drops out, does the pan across, and even at a distance, the third class M planet in the system seemingly fills the view screen. Easily twice the diameter of Earth, its surface glimmers dully in the sunlight. Every meter of the planet's surface seems to be covered in ancient stone ruins and spires, visible even at a distance of thousands of kilometers. Unusual pulses of energy trip the sensors at irregular intervals, and you can almost see the swirling pockets of tetrions and gravitons between the ship and the planet. There is no hint of the Romulans at all.
All right, that's something to see. Sofek, continually scan for, what is that thing the Romulan cloaks emit? That thing.
Tachyons.
Tachyons, thank you.
Yep.
Engineer.
Well, he is the only person that's actively rebuilt a cloaking device, probably.
That's fair.
On
Yes,
this crew,
Cove.
at least.
Tell me, do your thing. I lost my train of thought. It's been a minute. Sarah, that's the one. Let me know as soon as you have a flight plan to get us closer to the planet.
Sarah, you got a
Dr.
flight
Doug.
plan.
Dr. Doug, stand by for potential casualties, as well as, do you remember if we had to do anything prior to flying through these eddies?
Like
Dr. Doug-
inoculation-wise?
Dr. Doug wasn't actually
Yeah.
here for them. No, it
wasn't?
just hurt the ship.
Oh, okay.
Captain, theoretically, I could improve the focusing on our transporter devices and get us down. As long as we have transporter beacons with us when we land, we have a way back up to the ship as well.
Fascinating. So
We
what,
wouldn't have to go closer to the planet. Just a longer transport.
what we could do it from here?
Yes.
How would communications be affected with the away team?
Depending on how many eddies are between us, it could be worse. We do not know until we try.
You could do both. You could get the away team ready while Sarah flies closer.
I want to do that one.
Okay. Who do you want to go on the
So-
away team? I guess Yezikov would decide.
Mm-hmm.
I will take Dr. our triage doctor. Sorry, Doug. You will have to come with us. We're looking for through the ruins. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And possibly potentially seeing if there's Romulans on the planet.
Right. Okay. So,
Good
tank,
question.
healer.
Sorry, Leah. Did Dr. Taliaferro come with us?
Yeah, she's here. She's on the. Let's say she's on the bridge.
Okay.
We'll take the expert, obviously. Sam, I'm sorry. What's your other guy's name?
Larkin.
Larkin. I believe is expert in
Something.
Energizing and field dynamics? Yeah, I can help you with that.
Yeah, good. I'm also very tired from this meeting, apparently. And
Yazikov just got back from a trip from Ryza. She's still
Yeah.
recovering.
It's just- Doc said that he flushed all toxins from my body, but it doesn't feel like it.
Jessica, I told you not to eat the orange cubes. Do it every time.
Orange cubes.
And I don't know. Should I bring Gallic or should I bring Sofak?
So
You should bring Sofek because he is also an expert on these ruins. He's been studying them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I should bring Sofak. You ready to go back in the field, my friend?
Are we not always in the field?
Oh my god.
I slide up onto him as Larkin, put my hand around him, like, oh man, this is gonna be great.
Oh, that's perfect. Right there is where we sideswipe down to the planet, and you see the materialization beams kind of show up. Crumbled buildings and damaged spires.
Everyone's in EV suits.
Are you? Everyone? Are you actually? Because
No, it's a class out. No.
Okay.
But we're armed.
By the way, before I forget, more. Your directives for this mission: investigate the disappearance of the survey probes, avoid starting a war with Romulans, and obtain any data on the alien techs and artifacts.
Yeah, we can aim for
Christ,
2
I
out of
forgot-
3.
I'm sorry, I forgot Gurkhan.
It's okay. So Gurkhan, Doug, Sofek, Yezikov, and Larkin. That's the away team, if I remember correctly. Great.
That sounds good.
Perfect. Okay. So one common element visible in all the wall spires and ground slabs are grooves cut into the stone in either straight lines or at precise angles. Glyphs of an unknown language are carved within the walls and spires as well, similar to the glyphs found in other ancient sites discovered in recent months. And they kind of match some of the stuff you guys have seen. Do you remember that planet you went to where you saw the flying people, the bird-like creatures? It's got that same kind of like look to that, and there's ties into the older parts of that. Remember that scoop station that you activated? It's got elements of that as well. A light wind kicks up whirls of dust here and there, and the entire area is blanketed in a strange silence of the long-abandoned city. There are no animal noises and no apparent sounds of machinery aside from the gentle chirping of your tricorders.
Well, this is eerie. Hey, didn't we translate some of the stuff before? I'm gonna have a look through my tricorder. Let's find out.
This reminds me of planets with the Proto-Klingon race. Gurkhan.
Proto-Klingons or Proto-Romulans?
Proto-Klingons, the
I thought you were talking about the ones that
ancestors.
killed the Klingons. Or didn't the Klingons kill them? What was his name?
Possibly. What was the name of them? Gurkhan, I apologize.
The name of the
Look
species
down.
that Kalis took out.
The Vecna, the Vertram,
Veklar.
the
Vec-
Volar,
The Wicklar.
Kalar.
Kalar?
Jesus.
You're called like
Uh,
I studied science, not history. I'm sorry.
History's not. I take my
No, just okay.
computer that's in my pocket and I look up my notes from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What were they called?
Oh my god, that's amazing. It was. Oh my god, now I can't find it. It's
Yeah, hold on, wait for Notepad to recover.
Jesus.
I told it. I knew I should have plugged it in. Now it needs updates. Always needs updates.
Always needs updates. Okay, I'll find it. We keep going.
I just took the camera.
I keep
'Cause-
telling you, Commander, when the circle is spinning, do not turn off your tricorder. That interrupts the process.
Ah,
I can't
it's
believe I had
24th
it.
century. 23rd?
Okay. So one of the larger structures far to the northeast of your position is emitting a power signature. And Gurkhan, you can see these like pulses of energy following those pathways in the glyphs that I told you about towards it.
I believe that building is still powered, Commander. And
No, from
emitting
like
some
where
sort
you
of-
are right now, there's pulses of energy going to it.
Oh, I believe that building is still powered and has energy being drawn into it.
Yeah, Miles, this is very familiar. Gives me ghost pimples.
The only thing I can think of when it seems of familiarity was when you killed that Trill. That was quite amazing. Sorry, when you killed that Tribble. That was quite amazing.
One of those
See,
things is
that-
not like the other.
A trill? What?
No, we had a Trill. The Trill
maybe.
died in season 1.
Oh my God.
Right. He was the science
Yeah.
officer.
Hey Sam, what happens on
The
Ryza
Tribble.
stays on Ryza.
It was it was in asteroid. It was inside the asteroid. This is its own planet. And it was really creepy. Why would you let me live this down, huh?
As you're having this
I'm-
conversation,
As we're walking.
Yeah.
As a Klingon who hates Tribbles, I thought it was a great thing that you did.
Do Klingons hit Tribbles? Tribbles hit Klingons mutually exclusive.
Hey, Gurkhan.
Yes.
Gurkhan. You're able to see some of these like energy points are meeting up in like these weird jumper boxes.
I scan it.
Yep, you've got your information I gave you earlier.
Yeah. Commander, it appears like these jumper boxes are acting like focus devices. They appear to be channeling energy into a more powerful stream of superheated plasma.
You're also able to detect, Gurkhan, that there are several more power currents moving through the walls and under the streets towards the same point in the distance.
Yeah, and I'm like, interesting, Commander. This level of power is comparable to our starship's warp core.
One of
In
the
terms of what it's making.
like plasma, right?
Yeah, superheated plasma. We require a lot more containment to hold something like this.
This infrastructure in what's happening here, it reminds me of another mission we went on. This is when we were jumped by a Romulan science team. Sophic, is there any way to pick up radiation? What a Romulan science team would put off their instruments, radio signals,
Ooh.
etc. Just to see if they're in the area.
Yeah, nice.
I can attempt to scan for known radiological outputs that we have identified with Romulan non-existent bases, as the official reports call them.
Good, very good.
I will also attempt to search for anything that is not currently in our database. However, it is possible we will get false returns in that regards.
Okay, give me a
And-
science.
Yeah, go for it.
Reason science?
Yep.
And Lurkin, how did the setup of the transporters go?
Seemingly going pretty good. As long as we get back here, although we can take more with us if we want to travel. So I can set these up anyway, really.
Okay. You don't need time or certain.
Yeah, about 2 minutes. Just nice little triangle.
All right.
Do you want to do that now, or are you gonna wait?
Off the boss, sure.
Yazikov. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait till you're closer to where the source is, set it up so you can leave faster rather than having to run back?
Yes, we'll wait until we get closer to the main signal.
Okay.
Okie
Just want
dokie.
to make sure the coast is clear.
All
I'll
right.
keep scanning for vibrations in that might mess us up, but we'll That'd be good. Okay. Yes.
Sofek,
Everybody-
you're not able to detect anything with that roll you made, by the way.
I figured.
Yeah. And your tricorder is definitely feeling the effects of kind of like the exotic energy that's down here.
Is that affecting my my cybernetic eye?
Yeah, it's kind of like all wonky as well.
Yeah.
It's
Just go
not.
click
It's
and
not.
turn it
It's
off.
not turning you into ransom yet, though. So you're good. But don't get too much on you.
Slide up to Gurkhan. Need any help with that? Also, I think you were trying to say perk earlier.
Thank you. Oh my God, it was the hurt.
Ah,
Ah,
yes.
Yeah, the Herc.
But how's that eye doing?
No,
I can help you out.
I've killed one of them.
That's
No, it's just
fascinating.
the amount of power that is being generated around me is sending my scanners into a little bit of a fit. So I've disabled my eye patch temporarily.
Let me know
or
if you need help.
My
Slide.
eye itself
God,
temporarily.
Larkin is such a weirdo. I fucking love him. Is he just
Alright.
like,
Larkin's gonna be
hey,
played by
if I can help you, let me know.
Larkin,
Yeah.
in the movie, Larkin's played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh yes, Larkin is played by Neil
Yeah.
Patrick Harris. Absolutely.
Science Wonder Team. Do you need anything more here, or should we continue? She
Should we-
says that earnestly. Like,
No, I
she's
know.
like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
That's
just here to make sure you nerds don't get hurt.
That's amazing. Do we want to sign
I'm, as
one
Sarah
more
would
science
say,
check?
5 by 5.
Sofek's just like kind of poking, not angrily, but like in the irritated Vulcan way of like, why is this not working the way I know it should?
There's no reason for this. Yeah.
There's no reason
Yeah.
for this. We can move on, Commander. Hopefully, readings will clear up as we get closer to the source.
So
Very good.
you follow the pulsing energy towards the larger structure in the distance. It takes shape as a massive pillared hypostyle hall about 20 meters high and over 100 meters square. The blue energies that you were kind of like intermittently seeing are now like visible by all 5 of you, faintly tracing along the columns and the walls of the building. Clear evidence that the power pulses of the that you've been seeing lead here. Then you hear some shouting.
Yes.
And yeah, you hear some shouting coming from up ahead.
All right. Say hide.
Okay.
We try to take defensive positions.
Great. Fitness security from everybody, please. Difficulty of 1 because there's lots of stuff to kind of hide around right here.
Do we have any extras in the pool?
There are no
man.
extras in the pool yet. No.
Sofek is
God,
still just
this
walking
is-
like head down, poking at the tricorder.
God damn it.
Dr. Doug walks into Sofek again.
Wow.
Okay, so I got 2. I've got no, yeah. I've got
We-
close protection, but that requires me
No.
to spend a momentum.
You hear Gurkhan.
So yeah,
like,
Jessica, you have
as
a
he gets
momentum.
to-
It's a
I have a momentum.
it's a fitness, it's a challenge of 1.
Oh,
So
okay.
you succeeded and you've got a momentum. So you could save
Oh
Dr.
my god, I'm grabbing
Doug.
Doug. Like, fuck, he walks by me. Do you wear a lab coat everywhere?
Yeah, I'm trying out the Beverly Crusher coat
Okay,
this
cool.
this
Well, I
season.
can grab you by like the tails of your lab
He's
coat.
swishing it.
I wish
Bring it down.
I had a way to put that
Jesus.
onto my characters on Star Trek Online because I would totally give you one of those. It's so good. I'll try and figure out a way. So yeah, you've got your lab coat. Yank the lab
It's
coat.
got a lot of
out.
pockets, man.
It's got a lot of pockets. It was completely like, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Is
It's
Dr.
full
Doug,
of candy.
is he enjoying it so much that he's actually frolicking with it and swishing it?
I was just doing spins.
You're just letting out candy out the back of your coat from the spins just flying around.
Okay. So Sofek and Doug, you're both going to take a stress, but you all managed to kind of like. Oh no, Sofek, you don't take a stress. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Doug, you're going to take 1 stress. Sofek, you're not going to be hidden. as you approach the hall, you kind of like, you're not paying attention. Yezikov grabbed Doug, so the four of you will kind of be out of sight. But Sofek, you kind of carry on your own. So I'm going to switch to your screen, just you.
Sofek,
Pray
touch
this
the
works.
wall. Touch the wall. What's it like?
Okay.
So fake, get your 40 years down.
Okay, Sofek, as you approach the hall, you catch sight of a Romulan landing party and a tall, unknown alien. It appears the leader of the Romulan party is talking with a bipedal alien that's nearly 3 meters tall, with light green skin, wide, lidless eyes, a pug nose, and arms and legs disproportionately longer than would seem to fit their frame. The alien's fingers are quintuple jointed and move with a flowing, almost hypnotic pattern as it speaks to the Romulan. You can hear in your mind, "Welcome. I am Assessor Tredick. I did not expect additional visitors. May you be more congenial than these people."
Oh, he's talking to us.
But just
only
Talking to
Sofek.
Sofek.
Sofek,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what you hear in your mind, Sofek.
Because we
Have the Romulans noticed Sofek yet?
Not yet.
I'm going to. I mean, since I am Vulcan, I know of telepathy.
Yeah, well, that's how it's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know because there's easy to project, but into non-telepathy creatures. So I'm going to think back to the creature. Vulcans always attempt to do congenial first contact. However, the other creatures you're conversing with, I am aware of. It would be beneficial if they're not immediately aware of my presence here.
The assessor wants to know why.
There
It's
are
like crazy.
there have been numerous points in our history that they have shown unwarranted aggression and paranoia. They may attribute ulterior motives to our visit when there aren't any.
I see. That would be why they're so entertaining. And this is not going to be actually Beagle rolling. This is just...
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop if the aliens said in a telepathy voice like Beagle.
It's just people.
It's just Beagle. He was them all along.
I am spending threat.
It was me. I was the alien all along.
Beagle is actually like a new Q
Okay.
like species.
I wouldn't put it past him.
So, for anyone watching right now, listening to the madhouse in the background, the Beagle is my NPC ensign, become lieutenant, who is an Andorian who started as a fanboy for the crew and has kind of turned into like a really competent but bumbling competence security officer.
he's
Very
the ship's
operations officer?
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit of engineering
And a little bit of
science.
engineering. He's becoming a
He's almost
jack
our
of all trades.
MacGuffin.
Yeah, he's a
Whatever we
MacGuffin,
need him to
and
be.
he's gunning for captain. He hasn't
His,
told anyone else that yet, but that's his goal. He's gunning for captain. Anyways, so at this point, Sofek, the Romulan kind of looks over towards you, and you can see just that moment of surprise, really quickly covered up by that just sheer look of Romulan annoyance.
A complication.
Yeah, dun dun dun. And as they yell for their crew to draw arms and fire, the assessor kind of just melts like into the background. Like you lose sight of the assessor, and he kind of Homer Simpsons into the ruins.
Back into the bush.
Yeah, yeah. And with that, that's where we're gonna take our break, right as they kind of draw weapons.
The
Uh,
death
I have
ray.
to review the combat rules.
Yeah, it gives you guys time to combat rolls. That's right. Yeah.
I
So
mean-
we'll be back in 10 minutes. Please listen to the music by Norse Foundry. If you like it, you're welcome to stream it yourself and listen to it along because it's got actually good chill lo-fi beats. And yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes with our showdown with the crew for our first episode. First episode back of season 3. See you in 10. If this all works.
What does it do? Oh, that's a deep question.
And we're back. All right, we're back. We're back, and Romulans are about to shoot at you. I enjoy that sentence. It's been a long time since I've said that sentence to you.
I didn't enjoy that sentence.
The rest of us did. We want to see this.
You ain't seen it.
And with that, we're going to start initiative. I'm going to spend a threat to grab initiative to start. And I'm
We
going...
take initiative.
Oh, are you doing it back?
Yeah.
Damn it. Fine.
I use quick to action.
You're using quick in action and keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, and with
Our
that,
initiative.
and with that,
I know.
yeah. So, sorry. What I was going to say was, I don't remember. Never mind. Oh yeah, no. So you guys are all hidden. So the four of you will get. I'm basically going to give you an extra. It's a lower difficulty to hit this one round, without spending anything extra. So it's only a 1 to shoot rather than a 2. Yeah.
Okay. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to try to protect Sophic. So I'm going to launch myself over the rocks or whatever I'm hiding behind, and run over to where Sophic is. Just try to boot him in the back of the knee so that he falls on the ground, and then stand over him and take a shot at the Romulan. No.
It's just gonna be like the end of Deadpool when he's on top of the carrier and France is just like.
Thought that you were going to tackle him out of the way, not decap him.
So
Okay, all right. Well,
the
gently,
back of my
okay,
knee.
I'm trying to move him.
I spilled some
my
water. Give me a second.
ACL.
Yeah.
My ACL.
Sweep the leg.
You made Tim walk away.
Sweep the leg.
He spilled
Catch
water
his,
all over
catch his
himself.
head as you
Oh,
falls
I
down.
missed that.
Lay him softly on the grass.
Yeah, I'm gonna protect Sam. I'm gonna protect the captain by just choking him unconscious and
Yeah,
leaving him
I'm
underneath
not
the
the
desk.
captain. I'm
He's
Larkin.
his own worst enemy.
Larkin's
Best way
his
to
own
get
worst
along.
enemy. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. So
Okay.
Yezikov. So if that's what you're gonna do, then I'm gonna need a. Yeah, so you're doing an epic jump over
Yeah.
to attack. So it's gonna be 2 difficulty.
Okay.
Don't say attack. I'm the target, remember?
So I like realistically, if I can just get in between him and the Romulans to protect him, I don't want to like fucking shove him into some rocks.
No, I get that. So sorry.
Yeah.
So I want to just make sure I got the visual right. So you're diving in to get in the way of, like, you're doing the whole no and kind of like
Yeah.
cover him, right?
Yeah. And then
are
if
you
I
shooting
can
at
pop
them too?
Yeah, if I can pop off some shots, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So that shot is going to be a hard. So 3 difficulty.
So do we
and
still
because
have
I gave you
momentum
an
in the
easier one because you were hidden, I'll actually just make it straight up 2. No, there is no momentum in the pool yet.
We used it.
Right. I'm going to use. Can we have determination? please?
Yeah, I gave it to you earlier. It was
God.
that's okay.
Wow.
It was avoid starting a war with the Romulans.
Oh no.
Obtain additional data on alien tech and artifacts, and investigate the disappearance of the survey probes.
Cool.
Maybe shoot them
Yeah.
on stun.
You can't start a war if they're all dead.
Pretty sure that's how they start.
My phaser's on stun.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And then I'm going to use my value. Confidence comes with training and discipline.
Yeah.
To confidently throw myself into harm's way and shoot at the Romulan. So, if I use that, then that's a automatic critical success, right?
Mhm.
That's an automatic
Okay.
crit.
Yeah,
Yes.
you get 2 successes for using determination.
Oh yes. Sorry, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Brain off.
So then it's fitness and security on top of that. Is that correct? Okay. And I'm going to.
Fitness. Yeah. Control and security, isn't it, for shooting?
Yeah, fitness or daring for melee.
Okay.
Yeah, and control and security for shooting.
Yeah. All right. That's all right. Where did my deal go?
All right. So
1 success.
So 3 altogether.
Yeah.
So you'll have a momentum. So you have hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. I've got a phaser type 2, and I've got 3 next to the little Starfleet thing. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Click
So
the starship
the little
symbol.
Starfleet thing. There you go.
Okay. 2, 3,
Those are some
4,
numbers
5,
and
6,
symbols.
7.
Holy jeez. Okay,
So
so
7
7
damage
damage, and you've got what? Oh, charge. You didn't charge it though, so it's just 7 damage straight up, which is sweet. Yeah, 7. So that's an injury. This guy is going to drop.
Okay.
There are
Is
4
there-
more.
Okay. I'm going to then use a swift action, if that's possible.
Tell me more.
With your momentum.
I'm going to use the momentum to do a swift task and make a second range attack using my talent Fire at Will.
What?
I ignore normal difficulty increased from the swift task. So I'm going to pew pew again.
Yazikov is a powerhouse. So this is
Not
standard.
lit sulfate full again.
Again.
He's already disappeared.
That's a hit. 2 hits straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's another.
6 more damage.
And I know
Okay.
I've just kind of like dominated this turn, but if I can like stand up real straight and go, stand down.
Oh.
I don't know if that's like extra or like I know I've done a lot this turn, but like
Make a presence and command.
okay,
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a 4 difficulty.
fair.
Yeah.
Stand down.
Yeah. No, you yell it, and they're like, you're full of authority, but they're not. You're not there. Hell no, you stand down, right? Like it's yeah.
We still outnumber you.
Literally shot first, which I find I just want to throw that.
Get your fucking disruptors out. Don't give me that shit.
And I doubt they were on stun.
Yeah. They have no stuff.
Disruptors
They
have
are.
Exactly.
stun.
They are not.
They were just gonna
They
pistol
are
whip you with their
dead.
And
disruptor.
with that, the only one with my disruptor rifle is going to turn and shoot at you,
Yeah.
Leah.
Sofek just hears me go, please don't shoot me.
Uh,
Not again.
I'm spending a threat. So
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Or not.
I will miss.
Tight.
Just
Just like
I
a low
can. I'm
exhale.
gonna blow one more threat, and I'm gonna make that hit.
All right. Put Doug to work.
Yeah. So it's vicious, which means it cuts
2, 4, 6, 8 damage.
8.
Ugh.
That's an injury.
Oh, I got rid of tough. That was dumb.
And if, it's,
So
if this is a disruptor, that means you're dead.
you can,
Dead?
if we don't have 2 momentum, you can give Tim 2 threat instead to avoid the injury.
Wait, remind me what injury does again?
When you take 5 damage in a single round,
Yeah.
that's the equivalent of being knocked unconscious immediately.
Oh, okay, so I'd be knocked out.
But
Well,
it's
it's a disruptor, so you kind of be
In severe
evaporated.
critical
Okay,
dead.
well then, yeah. I mean, to have your threat, I like my character. Please
Yeah,
don't
I know.
kill me.
No, totally wasn't trying to kill, just definitely scared.
Yeah, I mean, they're
What?
Romulans.
Wanted to maim.
Yeah. Okay, my turn's done. Back to you guys.
Just like
Okay.
this burning, crisp, like skin,
Oh yeah. Oh.
like, just like right here, like where Kirk always rips his shirt.
It's
Since we have the
it's
since we
melted
have
to your
the-
back.
Since we have the surprise round, I would like to. Larkin puts one foot up on the boulder and goes, "No, she's my favorite!"
Jesus Christ.
and shoot the one with the rifle. And he could prepare a minor action. He would use the charge setting on his phaser to make it piercing too, because we're not trying to kill them. It's on stun.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, I'll just roll it. Let's see what happens. Hey!
That hits. Unbelievable.
Nice.
Yeah. On stun. Piercing 2 means it goes through 2 points of body armor, if they had any.
Okay.
And oh yeah, so there you go. 3 damage. That's what he rolls.
Okay. 3 damage it is. That one will drop now. I can't save him. He's out of hit points. That was the rifle one that got Yazikov.
Yeah.
Because you hit a second one, right, Yazikov? So that's the second one that you got. Now he's down. My turn. One of my minions will take a shot. Let's say at... Dr. Doug. What's the other character's name? I can't remember his name.
Doug's there.
Oh, Doug's there. Great. Shoot
Yeah.
at
He's in
Doug.
cover though.
Yeah. Shoot
Doug's
at-
hidden.
Oh, Doug's hidden.
Doug and Gurkhan are still
All right.
If you
shooting
want
at
to shoot me
Larkin.
again, I
No,
totally
Larkin.
understand.
It's Larkin.
I'm just like standing.
Well, he is now standing one-legged on a rock shooting the other
Frick,
guy.
I'll miss Larkin.
Oh yeah, and just a heads up, Leah. Varia still takes the 8 stress. You're just not knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I got it on my
Alright.
sheet. Out
Um,
of 20.
How
Yeah.
far away are they?
One range.
As the
Medium?
as
They're
the
medium.
disruptor shot goes past Larkin's face, he goes too close.
And there's 3 of them left standing, or 2?
There are 3 left standing.
I'm charging them. I'm sprinting at them.
Okay.
No phaser in my hand.
Yeah, no.
I am a Klingon, and killing in hand-to-hand combat is glorious.
Sure. Why not?
Sovik, I'm a little delirious from the pain. Did Gurkhan just run right past me?
I'm going to use a determination.
Yeah.
My determination I'm using is today is a good day.
Okay.
How do I roll d6 in here?
Up on the top
Nope. Nope. That's not how it works.
Roll d6.
Top left corner, buddy.
If you type in the slash and then roll d6, there you go.
I do not successfully maintain that d6. My determination with veterancy.
Yep.
But I am closing the
veteran
distance.
is gone, right? That's what
Yeah.
that. Yeah. All right.
Do we have any momentum?
No, nope. There are no momentum.
Well,
Everyone's been
I got
rolling
my
just
crit-
on the number.
I got my critical anyways.
Yeah. So you
So
got your
it's a
2.
roll
You got
off
your
this
hit.
time.
Oh,
It's a roll off.
Okay.
So
This is not
Hello?
going to go well for
There we
this
go.
Romulan.
ooh,
Ooh, I don't know.
the one's in that 20.
I-
So I got 3 successes and a complication.
All right,
I just tackle into him and we both flop.
I'm going to spend a threat to get a third dice.
Oh,
Oh,
No way!
I think
Yeah,
our
you got a
Klingon just
critical.
got cold clocked.
yeah, I got a butt end of a rifle to
What?
the face.
that Romulan knows jujitsu and judo.
All
Oh,
right.
he tripped me.
I tripped you.
But I take 0 damage because I got Brock Lul.
Wow, that's crazy.
Your face just hits the wall.
Oh yeah. So the Romulan just kind of turns, slams, and just kind of like moves you so face first into the wall.
Yeah. I got a Romulan facing the other way now. Dr. Doug, shoot him in the back.
Yeah, all right.
Just weakly. You're welcome.
You just weak linked him. Is that what you just said?
No, just like weakly as he's like stunned from the
From the
hitting.
back.
Oh yeah.
You hear
You're welcome.
sweet,
As he
sweet the
keels
leg.
over like a tree.
All right.
I bounce off the wall and I come back laughing because no damage, I guess. Because it is
Well, you
melee.
hit it
Melee
with-
is non-lethal, right?
You hit it with your head. That's why no damage.
Okay, Doug, it's your up. Oh no, it's me. It's me. Dude will attack you now.
Oh, fighting against me?
Yeah. I will spend another threat and I will attack you.
And
with
I
the
will
same
give
thing.
you a threat to get a third dice.
Oh, son of a bee.
So you spend it and you get it right back.
Okay, and it's a 1.
I land this one.
Ah, come on.
It was his plan all along.
Yeah.
With
So Gurkhan
two-
fake out.
2 momentum. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the momentum, 1 momentum to reroll that 1. That missed.
Yep.
And yeah.
Ah,
that's the
come
5th damage.
on. Okay, he drops.
He tries to pull him back and he just elbows him in the face. No.
Gurkhan's like, obviously you've never heard of drunken street fighting.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Doug, you're up.
Yeah, I'll sort of crawl over to Commander Yesikov.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, hi,
Start
Doug.
healing. How you doing?
I feel great.
Good.
I normally don't see this much of my insides while still
Uh-huh.
awake.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right.
Hey, do you have any cherry lollipop?
I do actually.
I like how
Doug, do you want
She's
to
just
make
like hands on her knees, like deep breathing, trying to work through the pain. Or
sucking on a
cherry,
cherry lollipop? I love it.
cherry flavored skin. I
Uh,
don't something wake me up here.
Doug, do you want to make a medicine check?
Sure do.
All right.
Control medicine or insight?
No, you know it's wrong. She was shot. This is control of medicine. Yeah.
Check in.
Yeah. No,
Well,
it's
here's
good.
the problem. The blood's supposed to be on the inside of the body.
Yeah.
there's your problem. You got shot.
They don't got no gas in it.
There ain't got no gas in it.
Okay.
Crack radiator, no gas. Shit.
So Doug, tell me what your medicine check did there.
What is it? What?
Your medicine check. You were like, how does it heal her? How does it help?
I just start slamming hypo sprays into the side of her neck.
That's awesome.
I got numb tongue.
But I mean mechanically. You're the first one to do medicine checks, so we don't know
Oh.
what it does.
Oh, right. I guess I have one of those cool little just like wands that they wave over things, and then it heals them.
All right, cool. So does she get her stress back, or 3 stress, or how does that work?
Oh, mechanically, you mean?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'll let you check
look.
that out while I go to the. So we're going to the top of the round. I'm out
I
of
still have
rounds.
to go.
Oh, Sofek. Nice.
Yep. I only got pushed out of the way. I'm not out for the
mess.
count.
That's right.
The shot meant for me hit the commander. I'm going to pull out my phaser. I'm going to use another minor action to charge it, and I'm gonna charge it to area, and point it at the two Romulans that aren't in fisticuffs with Gurkhan.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna see if I can hit.
Aximenes of Miletus just said the salt shaker of healing.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll use a.
Determination.
I'll use a determination, and I'll do. I'm gonna do avoid a war with Romulans because I'm doing stun before our chief engineer decides to beat them half to death.
Nice. Sounds good.
So 3 total, and I hit.
To hit.
1 momentum. And phaser. Ooh, so I hit both of them because I rolled the effects for area.
That's cool.
So they both will take 4 points of stun damage, and you know what? I'm going to use the 1 momentum to make it
5
points of stun damage to each of them.
I love it. Okay. That's enough for them to drop.
And I always picture area as that one scene from Voyager where the fan shot that hits everyone on the bridge when they were getting boarded. Do you remember that one scene?
Oh yeah, it's just like a.
It was the hand type 2 phaser, and they just beep boop, and then like a beam shot from the phaser in a fan to each invader on the bridge. It was like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, did it go like individual shots? Oh yeah, I love that. That's cool. That's way. Didn't the Next Gen had the spray?
It was like a cone.
It was
like a cone effect. Yeah, I think I like the Voyager version better. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That's enough.
So all that healing does is it removes the complications from the injury. First aid, it removes the complication that you would have automatically had from taking 5 points of damage.
Yeah, it doesn't heal any of the stress.
No, that has to take an extended task.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So
his next
basically,
check
he
can
makes
do
it so that she doesn't have complication when she starts blasting people.
which is
In
good.
what part of the book are you
And-
seeing that?
And she won't die. That's on page 174? 175?
Yeah, 174 damage, injury, and recovery.
Yeah. And then first aid is what you did.
I'm
Which is-
sorry, everybody. You got to give me like 2 seconds.
It looks like recover does something with stress, but that's like something I need to do.
Yeah, you'd have to do that yourself, and you take cover and you regain
Alright,
2
these
stress
guys,
per
time to break the
momentum
game.
space.
I mean,
we
right under first aid it says other tasks,
Yeah.
which can
Yeah.
be left to the discretion of the game master. So if Tim wants to throw in healing
Healing,
pots, then I just like love the idea of Doug having like a bandolier of hypostrays. He's just like going up my side, just like.
I just thought it was hilarious how he just sort of showed up, and you were like, "Oh, hi, Doug.
Why?
Oh, where did you come from? Were you
Oh.
on the away mission too?" I don't remember you in the transporter.
There's a lot of me on the ground, and I feel like it should be inside. I don't think my skin should make crispy sound.
Well, let's just take a moment and realize that Yesikov took a full-on disruptor rifle to the chest and was like, that hurt, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, that really hurt, but I'm okay.
If we had 2 momentum, then I could have shrugged off that injury without giving him threat.
I think
You could
also- you
if
could
that
also-
had happened, the Romulans would have been like, "What is she?
Yikes.
No,
Yeah.
all the no."
Also note that you could take an additional complication rather than giving threat.
No.
So you'd be at
So-
complication range 2.
So, Feck, are we even for the board now? Since I took a disruptor blast to the face for you.
One of the Romulans comes from behind the pillar, zipping up his fly. What the hell?
That's not for 2 minutes.
I give up. I give up.
A broken piece of pillar just comes at him. No.
Simultaneously, Gurkhan tries the double-handed Kirk uppercut.
Yeah. Oh,
The
jeez.
dumbest punch in history.
He's their team's Larkin.
Hey, he's super happy. Great.
Okay. All right. So we've got the like they're all down. They're down for a good little bit.
God.
Larkin rolls in, goes, "Well, that was exciting. I hope you're okay. I'm gonna see. I can see if I can make a force field out of something in here. Excuse me."
I mean, you could probably like tie him up. I'm sure that you'd have something like, or at least stun keeps them out for a while. But for now, you got the hypo style hall, the big hall there. That's kind of like your next big kind of checkout. Sofek, you're the only one that saw the things. You might want to remind them what you saw.
Well, as we like pick each other up and like
Loot the
as,
corpses.
Dr. Doug pokes at the hole that Yasikov has on the shoulder. Yeah, I'll let them know that as when I encountered the Romulans, they were in discussions with an unknown species that communicated with me telepathically. It told me that it was what was it, Tim? Was it
Haler.
Assessor Tredic.
Assessor?
Yeah.
It was an Assessor Tredic. It seemed to be amused on how the Romulans were interacting with it and was asking if we would be more congenial. It, however, dematerialized as the Romulans noticed me and pulled their disruptors.
Well, I suppose we didn't look very congenial. Shooting the Romulans.
We did shoot them on stun, Commander. They are no worse for wear. They may have quite a bit of a headache, especially the one that the Commander cold clocked in the face.
I'm
Speak
not a
Speak
I'm not
for
a
yourself,
doctor,
Commander.
but
These
I'm
fists
pretty
are
sure
sent to
that
kill.
orbital bone of that one is not where it should be.
Of course, but this alien might not understand the difference. Hopefully we can still maintain good first contact.
Well, so far all the power is leading towards this hall. That's the only kind of like thing that seems to be getting this energy coming from like all over.
Hopefully are there any more signs of Romulans in the area, or was it just this?
No, it looks like this was their team kind of equivalent to yours.
Right.
The Klingon ship's team is off on another side.
Doug, will you help me tie these Romulans up?
Oh, I'm already on it.
And
I'm on it.
Larkin, please set up the beam. Gurkon and Sofek, please take a look inside.
I was really good at knots. Okay.
Jesus.
If you're almost done, please continue. We should be able to have a fast way out of here, just in case the Romulans come looking for their
Larkin
party.
is so-
Not a boss.
your side
I'm just
characters
going
is
to
so
lean against-
bizarre.
This rock for a little while.
Okay.
What?
I think
The
I'm missing
energy
a
bar?
lung.
You know, Larkin's gonna set up the transporter emitters around Yesikov's current position I don't think you should
Just
go
like
anywhere.
slowly
So we're just
watching
gonna.
him do this.
Okay.
Just in
All
case.
right.
Sofek and Gurkhan, as you enter the hall, the entire interior is bathed in pulses of blue energy just coursing through the conduits cut into walls, pillars, and floor tiles. The veins of power all flow towards a central pentagonal pillar in the center of the hall, set upon a raised pentagonal platform. This is the tallest pillar in the entire hall, and the ceiling far above is wreathed in strong pulses of blue energy, as if the whole roof of the hall were acting as some sort of massive battery. Your tricorder readings show power available beyond Federation scale. So you have no comparison of the battery capacity of this thing. Though it's clear that the energy is continuing to gather and store.
Is there anything that looks like a console or anything nearby?
Mm-hmm.
I approach the nearest one.
Yeah, that's that
Right.
big pillar that I was talking about. It looks like
I'll wave
it's-
my hand over a screen.
Give me
feedback.
give me a reason in engineering. I'm going to tell you right now the difficulty is 3.
We have momentum in the pool, correct?
There is 1 momentum in the pool.
I will use it. Oh, only 2 successes.
There are traces of tetrion particles infusing the pillar. Some sort of energy is being collected by the pillar, and the ceiling battery is being channeled into a transmitter array built into the materials of the hypostyle hall.
Is this pillar floating or is it attached to the ground?
It's attached to the ground.
Can I scan it to see how far into the ground it goes?
You can't detect that far down with your tricorder.
Okay. But so it goes, it's not just like sitting on the ground, it's actually going down into it a bit.
Yeah, it's anchored in.
Lieutenant Sofek, I need your expertise on this. Does this device look like it has the possibility of generating enough power to transport this entire planet?
It is quite a significant quantity of power, however, without fully understanding the mechanism, I am hesitant to say whether or not it is possible.
You can make a daring in science if you want.
Me?
No, or Sofek.
1.
You can see that there's some sort of like ability to modulate this power, so you could dial it back, you think.
The question is that the wisest course of action?
Well, to give you another idea, you've got a power accumulating in this rooftop, and it's already higher than what Federation output can do with say a warp core. So it's got more energy in this thing than a warp core does, which is substantial considering warp cores are kind of like the main power driver of the Federation. They're the things that create the most power, right?
Yeah. I'm going to kind of use my innate
Ooh, we got a follow. Thank you.
Vulcan telepathy to output a call to see if Assessor Tredick is listening. I'm just gonna see if Assessor Tredick, are you still monitoring us?
You get no response back from Tredick. You actually you get no response back from Tredick.
Commander, it would be possible to reduce the power. However, I am uncertain if that would be the wisest course of action.
Explain.
we have no idea what the ramifications of that would be. And there is a unknown species who does inhabit this planet, or is at least also visiting this planet, with unknown motives. The designation of assessor does indicate that he will be assessing something, whether or not that is objects or structures on this planet, or those who come to investigate them.
Would it not be prudent, Lieutenant, to maybe stop the flow of power? Leave it where it is. It can do no harm, and it can cause no future harm, possibly. Just give us enough time. Hit the pause button, as it were.
So, Sofek, the one thing you have been able to figure out is you figured this is maybe one of the sources of all the disturbances in the system.
Okay.
Like the energy that is kind of like accumulating matches the energy that's in the system that your ship is having problems, and that you've seen throughout the expanse.
And there's no indication of whether or not is that deliberate or is that kind of like an accidental.
Give me a reason in
malfunction.
science, and you can even use, like, you've got Dr. Doug and Larkin. They could easily give you assists with this kind of stuff, right? Because I mean, they're there. You got your science team with you.
Oh,
so
they
use them.
Done.
Sure.
Their
You
task
all
outside,
have done
yeah.
one task, right? So yeah, I think Yazikov is the only one who'd be standing outside, making sure that no more Romulans come in, right? Leaning against the rock, making sure you don't bleed out.
Yeah. Then in that case, I'll request Dr. Doug and Larkin to come over and like hunch over my tricorder.
Yeah,
As I'm
Larkin
entering in.
slides in and goes, "What it do?"
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a modification of the task tree. So you know how, but we're not going to do it to the extent that it does, because it can take a lot of time, right? So what I have is I'm just going to set an amount of successes that I'm going to need from the group of you, and I'll get you all to roll. So you can choose between daring in science or reason in science. If you really want, you could do insight in science. That's kind of like you know, like thinking ahead and outside the box. I don't mind that idea either. But
Reason science it is.
Reason science we go.
all right,
3 successes.
nice.
I add an assist.
No,
with
you.
2.
This is like
Nope.
a normal roll.
Oh,
Yeah. So roll it.
I'll roll just another one.
Yeah, do it.
There's 2.
Nice.
We're doing science. I love
So I
experiments.
just roll 1 or just a normal
Just like
2?
that.
Two.
Normal 2.
2 for Gurkhan.
That's a total of
Okay. So
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
all right. So yeah. So the thing you're able to figure out now, Sofek, is that the pillar and the hall itself are receiving a transmission. Like it's almost like the power is powering up an array to receive a transmission, and you're starting to notice that the transmission is coming from a tear in subspace.
How far away?
The accumulation seems to be the problem.
But I mean, like, is it outside the system, above the planet?
It's in the system. It's in the system. But the pillar and so what's happened is that somewhere along the centuries or the millennia, the pillar and the pillar and the energy flow are out of alignment. So something's preventing the message to come through properly.
Are we able to tweak the energy flow to bring it back into alignment?
Yeah, this
As
is where
best
the
we can.
dialing it back is probably where your hints were for earlier. So it's not necessarily dialing it back like cutting it out. It's more like
Let's adjust the flow.
it's more like turning down the volume from 11 to 9 so you don't hear the noise bleed. You can actually hear the song.
So the pillar itself is creating the power.
So the pillar is drawing the power and
Drawing
it's
the power
projecting
into
it
it,
up
but
into the battery.
But something elsewhere is making the power.
The power is coming from the planet itself.
Okay, so the entire planet is feeding this one pillar right now.
At the moment, yeah. And it's feeding into an array that is receiving a transmission from subspace. But that's not working properly because the pillar and the energy are out of alignment. And in order to fix that, you'd have to dial it back a bit.
I'd say we want to hear this thing. Anybody else? Anybody? Lieutenant Command? No?
Well,
Anybody?
we have now determined that dialing back the power, as it were, would most likely be the best course of action in order for this transmission to come through. And so we can evaluate the transmission and go from there.
That's exceptionally logical.
All right,
Thank you, Lieutenant.
do it.
Stovik's like confused when it's not a Vulcan saying that's logical. He's trying to find the weird, like, am I being?
playing
Is
a
this
dick
is
on
it
me?
is this humor? Is this an attempt at humor?
Okay.
It's also because it's Larkin. It's even weirder to figure out whether
Fair.
or not that's the case.
Did
Just a happy guy. What's wrong with you?
did the transporter thingies get set up?
Yep. Good to go.
Sweet. I'm gonna request that Commander Yesikov follow me back to the ship so I can make sure she doesn't die.
I'm stable though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this? I should probably be here with the away team. However, if it's order, I will follow the doctor's orders. I must.
We got the transporter set up. We can bring down a security team.
Very good. Years ago to bridge.
He's out of here.
Have Luther assemble
An away
security
team?
team. A security team I will be beaming up to go
Or
to the mid bay. I'm fine. Don't worry. It's
you
fine.
got shot again, didn't you?
I don't want to talk.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Years ago, man.
Can I get a daring or reason engineering from Gurkhan and Sofek if you want to assist? Larkin, you can assist if you want as well.
Is this
do
now
we
a
have
regular
any-
assist?
Do we have any momentum in the pool?
There is 3 momentum in the pool.
I will use one with collaboration engineering to give everybody working on this task with me engineering 5.
Oh,
I'll be like, listen, this is just the exact same as the generator that we use on this planet. It's just the entire planet is the generator. Just think of each one of these conduits as an individual wire.
You have power source as like one of your
Power
focuses,
generation
don't you?
technology
Yeah,
as
so
a
you
focus,
can
yeah.
use that as a focus for this too.
So 1 momentum to give everybody 5 for their
Okay.
engineering.
Nice.
I rolled 1 success.
I got 1.
I,
Sofek for the win.
Two.
Sofek just
4.
comes right in.
yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 18.
Wow.
My skill is 17.
Okay, so there's 2 moments in the pool. You're able to kind of dial it back. Sofek, you're the one that's kind of like you kind of make the necessary adjustments kind of on the fly behind them, holding back that energy surge that would have done 6 stress damage to everybody in the party. You carefully adjust the power flow back to the transmitter. Slowly dial in the harmonic resonance. Swirling cloud of energy floating in front of the pillar soon coalesces into a form of a tall humanoid alien. They're clad in a form-fitting dress with what appears to be wings on their back and a small sweeping tiara on their head. They have short dark hair. The most striking feature of their face are the wide open eyes that are solid blue with no evidence of iris or pupil. As their form takes full shape within the holographic shimmer, they seem to blink in surprise and then desperately reach out your hand towards you. I am Ash Tamalia of the Tilikaal. We are trapped and need your help. Please, can you? You suddenly hear, and just as Yesikov and Doug beam up, you see Assessor Tredic kind of like appear in the doorway. And you hear in your heads, the 3 of you left on the planet, "No, it's not yet time! Tredic glares at you with an expression that suggests both frustration and pity. The true way must be maintained. You've overstayed your welcome. Now you will leave. Tredic splays out their fingers in a really quick, intricate design. The air shimmers with symbols lined in blue electric energy. The image of the alien form shudders briefly, then winks out of existence with a slight cry etched on their face. The tracework laced through the hypostyle's hall, wall, pillars, flooring, all pulse with bright blue energy, and you sense a surge of raw power all around you that's both ear-splitting and hair-raising. In a moment lasting a long, deeply held breath, the blinding blue light clears and you find yourself on the bridge of the starship next to your captain. You all feel nauseated and disoriented, but soon regain some of your balance. Sensors indicate a massive planetary shield has shimmered into existence around the entire planet.
Gurkhan looks at the captain and he goes, I believe a space princess believes that we are her only hope.
Oh my God.
Larkin goes, it's an angel and a demon. It's an angel and a demon.
All of you, every crew person on the ship, including Yazikov and Dagon Med, everyone, all here. There is so much to prepare, and you hear this in your head. Sofek, this is Assessor Tredic. There's so much to prepare. This area of space is no longer safe for you. It's time for you to leave. It's calm, conversational tone, not adversarial or threatening at all. And even Zanny, you detect like nothing but just kind of like, almost like a sad piece.
Like a melancholic piece. Like
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Yeah, like it's like so unfortunate, but is the way that it is, kind of thing. Yeah.
Zanny will, I guess, hears this in his head. Might be one of the few, other than Sofek, can actually like sort of calmly accept that some other being is talking to him in his head, without vomiting like Larkin's now doing in the corner. Somebody get him a bucket! Oh. And he just responds back, prepare. We mean no harm. We are from a federation of many species. You've I don't know why my hand's doing that. You've started to prepare for what?
Before you get an answer, sensors pick up a massive power surge building somewhere deep within the planet. Another emitter array that you never saw before suddenly flashes on the surface, and the ship, every alarm goes off on your ship, and it does that like that Q spin through space. Yeah.
Please don't break inertial dampers. Please don't break inertial dampers.
And the space around you somehow folds in on itself like a piece of cosmic origami, and the planet disappears from view. Just as rapidly as it folded, the universe unfolds. Narendra Station pops into view some 2 million kilometers distant. You've just been transported dozens of light years in the space of a couple heartbeats.
Scores. Black alert. Doug, what did you give me?
Why do I taste purple?
I haven't even brought you into surgery yet. Settle down.
I think I bit my tongue.
You have num tongue?
I'm done.
Oh man!
I'm gonna search my.
You're just gonna say search your feelings? Yeah, I was like, wow.
Search my
know it
feelings.
to be
I know
You know it to be true.
This is oddly reminiscent of this report I read about this starship called Voyager that got launched. across the galaxy in a span of heartbeats.
No, you
I
don't
think
know
it's
that.
more like Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Enterprise got knocked out of all over the place by multiple
All the
different
time,
It
things.
yeah.
happens
Yeah.
all the time.
Happens all the time.
I don't know what to do now. Zanny will go open a channel to Admiral Shrev.
Captain, what are you doing here? You just appeared on sensors. Report.
It's there. We found an alien, sir, and it threw us back here, and it's preparing for something, but we don't know. There was a massive power source at that planet, and from what Larkin off screen, just get out of the way. Go. Apparently, according to Gurkhan and the away team we sent down, they were talking to another alien species from somewhere in subspace, and they didn't like us being there. That's all I have.
The subspace princess actually asked for our help, sir.
Subspace princess. Okay.
Thank you.
Stand by. The Admiral goes. A good section runs off. Doug, let's get a medicine check to see how well the surgery goes for Yezikov. There's momentum in the pool if you want, and you've got determination. Yeah.
I also have a focus of surgery, so
Nice. Let's do it.
Well, here's the problem. Your gallbladder's missing.
As he holds it up in front
I
of
feel
her.
like just probably
Starts
the number of
muppeting
times
it
I've been
like a
shot.
muppet.
I
can't
do
quite
kinda want-
believe it.
does our medbay have like a holographic thing like Voyager does, so I can like
In
A
EMH.
doctor?
Yeah, they
no,
all-
not like EMH, just medical, just like a holographic system for an EMH.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay. I on top of my surgery, I'm going to project a robot arm onto Yezikov, so when she wakes up, she thinks she has a robot arm.
Amazing. Okay, so for that,
man.
I want a daring and engineering, and then I'm gonna need a.
Oh, Gurkhan's helping with this.
This is why we need a ship's counselor.
Yeah. So I want a daring and engineering for the rope for the hologram, and you can determine that there is 2 momentum in the pool. And
I'm
you've
gonna
got-
use the
Dr.
determination
Doug's
for
just like, I
this.
fix bodies, not minds.
God, you're
I'm
so
gonna use the
determination.
determination for this. The determination is the crazy plan is better than no plan.
Okay.
What? Okay.
The plan
We're
is
just burning determination to mess with
yeah, it's all
Yezikov.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are worse
It's okay.
things.
She's not traumatized.
and
at
this
all.
is daring
No.
and engineering.
Enough.
No.
She needs more trauma.
Yeah.
Am I rolling as well?
No, Gurkhan's doing it, I guess. Gurkhan will do the daring and engineering.
5 successes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Yezikov.
That's-
Wow.
This
This
is
is
a
work.
hologram, right? You're not
Yeah,
actually.
no, it's a
solid.
hologram.
Yeah,
It's a
it's just-
hologram.
No, no, 5
Get off
successes.
your
We might
arm.
just
The
put a robot
minute you
arm, I
walk
guess.
out of the minute you walk
Yeah.
out of medbay, you'll know what happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I want the arm to look like the most steampunk bladed massacre weapon ever, with knives and daggers and stuff.
Like a Reaver arm from like Firefly.
Okay, Dr. Doug, can I get the medicine check, please, that you were doing?
Sure.
Yeah, this is all done before the actual surgery. She's bleeding out. This will be hilarious.
Sorry, when I use a value, does it give me an extra dice? Is that what it does?
When you use
A value and determination gives you a critical success, so you get
Yeah.
2 extra successes automatically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use my value and a determination.
Great.
And then I still roll 2, right?
Yeah.
But I just add 2 onto it.
You can
Yep.
use the last. There's 1 momentum in the pool if you want to use it and roll a 3rd dice.
Yeah.
It's gonna go away anyways.
Oh yeah, sure, why not? All right, here we go. It's gonna be like a critical fail or something. All right.
That's
5
Actually
successes.
saw off my
Yeah.
arm.
So Yezikov, there's barely a scar. Like it's Dr. Doug just nailed 5 successes with a surgery. It's pretty damn good. Yeah. So you wake up to no scar, and you go to check it, and you see the bladed terror arm on your.
Yeah, and just like a string of Russian swears. Like,
Okay.
And I look up at him and I go, why?
It was even like the arm that's opposite
Only-
of the shoulder you got shot in. It's like not even close to the injury.
I got shot in the chest.
Only a top-notch surgeon could waste time fucking with his patient,
Okay.
knowing that she's gonna be okay.
And then I
Oh,
go to
man.
like test the arm. I assume there's just like a fucking crate of medical
Oh,
supplies
yeah,
lying
yeah.
around somewhere. So I like grab it with one hand and try to like huck it up, like, and it just.
Oh, yeah, because I guess safeties would be off and they would just make it an image. Yeah. Because there's a part of me that wants to make it work because it's a hologram, right? Like in the holodeck, it would work. But then all the other equipment would be holodeck as well. So that would.
It's
anyway.
my understanding is it's a hologram over my actual
Yeah.
arm that is
Yeah.
still there. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
If
So
it's
while
metal,
you're
why can't I feel it?
rediscovering your arm, back on the bridge, Zanny.
Yeah.
The Admiral contacts you. There's little time to lose. I've informed Starfleet Command of the situation here in the Expanse, and they've agreed with me. The Romulans are up to something, and we're confident it's a clear and present threat to this station and the peace between us and the Klingon Empire. Klingon intelligence suggests that cloaked warbirds are pushing deeper into unallied space outside their neutral zone, and in this direction as well. We've run out of time to either argue or confirm, so I've recalled the flotilla. General Cargon and I are putting the station and the entire sector on red alert. Come home as soon as possible for a council of war.
Well, I thought we were already at the station, pretty much. So
He's like, you're 2 million kilometers out, so he's like, just get here now. And
2 million kilometers. That's like warp 1. Here, we're here. Let's do it.
blink. That's it for tonight. That's where we end. Nicely done, people. We made it through with all the Tim technical difficulties and fun stuff. And still got the story out. Yay. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Missed you guys.
Thank you for jamming.
Right. So I'll be back in 2 weeks with this illustrious crew to do the next episode. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want at the GM Tim. You'll be able to watch older seasons of the series on the YouTubes. YouTube.com at the GM Tim. If you want to actually play in one of my games, there are still seats available on the D20 cruise that I'll be doing in April from LA to Cabo and back. And I've just been... That's not announced yet. Never mind. There's more coming.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. I almost ruined it. And there's more coming. So yeah, there'll be ways to play with me. I'll be in Montreal in March if you live in Montreal and want to play. Hit up my website, thegmtim.ca. And how about you guys? Anything you want to brag about or nerd about before we go?
Are you still doing the other crew?
Not yet. We're hoping to come back, or at least do rotating in this one is kind of the idea. Yeah. Okay. With that, see you all in 2 weeks. We'll be back. Same Trek time, same Trek channel. Live long and prosper, peeps. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.